Hi guys, this is Lance Junior Elite 2021 Tikachila. So today we are bringing you a series of events that was happening at National University of Science and Technology for the past 2 weeks. So I'm here with my brother Mr. Kumbira Mfandaidza, who will be getting us through what was really transpiring at NUST. And Mr. Mfandaidza is a political commentator. He's a NUST student, election commentator, and he will be telling you exactly what was happening and what transpired as far as NUST election is concerned. My brother, how are you?
I'm fine. Takachila.
I'm very fine. So, are you happy with this initiative whereby we are bringing this episode to students?
I'm very happy because some other aspiring candidates for the next year, they will learn from other candidates' mistakes.
Oh, so you're saying that this video is going to help other aspiring candidates who are going to run for next year elections?
Yeah, it's going to help a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. We are looking forward for your wonderful work.
Yeah, I'll soon be dropping everything.
Thank you, sir.
Good day, fellow NUSTians. It's good to be back again. The name is Kumbira Mfandaidza, aka the Snitching Gambino. I'm broadcasting from the post-election analysis desk. So today I bring to you the analysis of the ended NUST SRC elections. So without wasting your time, I'll quickly rush into the presidential race. So in the presidential race, I've talked to a majority of the students, and they've even shown me a message sent by one of the aspiring candidates. And the message reads, "Please vote for Cartridge Mnyangadzi for president." The voters were complaining that once they got to the ballot, they never found a Cartridge Mnyangadzi. Instead, they found Courage Mnyaradzi. In the presidential, there was also Tafadzwa Rugara, who was of N-Vision. And you know, N-Vision is an affiliation of World Vision. So he was there as a donor. Now moving on to the vice presidential race, there was a disaster in this one. So this morning I actually wanted to visit one of the aspiring candidates. I won't mention the name. So as I go to the place, I knocked at the door, and you know ladies, they behave like security guards. They always want to know your identity before you enter. So the moment the candidate said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Muzu Wenkosi." Before I finished, I had someone jump through the window. Before I could even finish saying, "I'm Muzu Wenkosi's kid's friend." And I was shocked. I won't talk much on that one. Now moving on to the Secretary General post. The name says it all. It was Dean against Mbasera. Now moving on to the Treasurer General. There was Munashe Matiza. I actually visited the church societies on campus, and they were complaining that Munashe Matiza did a silhouette challenge on the ballot. Moving on now to the ministries. So I will start with the clubs and societies. So under clubs and societies, there was Chelsea, as in the Chelsea Football Club. So I spoke to the Manchester United fans, and they were complaining that they were scared that if they voted Chelsea into office, the Chelsea Football Club fans would claim the victory at the end of the season. After failing to win the Premier League title, they would claim that they still won the NUST SRC election, and it was a disaster for him. Now moving on to the winner, Dorcas, the lady himself. So following the death of one of the most loved Zimbabwean artists, Makuruwani, at the Mbia Dorcas Hospital, Dorcas went on to claim that she is Dorcas, and the owner of the hospital, Mbia Dorcas, is their grandmother. That's how she won the election. Moving on to entertainment, I won't talk much on that because someone was entertained. Information and publicity. The guy used to say, "Takachila," while someone was busy desiring that same post. Now moving on to legal and constitutional affairs, I don't have much words. Moving on to race and non-race, this is the most interesting, where we had hunters and gatherers. We had Erison Mahachi, the NUST hunter, house hunter, and on the other side, we had Mkululi, the one who managed to gather 246 contacts of landlords and addresses which were not working, which kept the voters busy looking for accommodation while the election was going on. Please desist from that. Now moving on to health. It was a massacre. I won't say a lot, I'll only give them a moment of silence. Moving on to sports. The guy was so unlucky because he had the same name as the presidential candidate, Courage Mnyaradzi. So actually people thought this guy was power hungry. He was back once again. So they ignored him. Moving on to the last and final ministry, which myself, Umbrahim Fandaetza, was running for. So it was the three of us. One of the guys was Jonathan Chikwira. So in one of his manifestos, he is believed to have said, I am going to start a nasty poultry project online. I don't know, was he going to breed the chickens online? It's my first time to hear that, but we are a University of Science and Technology. I know the science part, but the technology, I won't argue. So today I actually met one of the people who voted for him at the Blayo Central Police Station. He had actually gone to report Jonathan for misrepresentation. Moving on to the other two candidates, myself and Nyson Sibanda, who actually won the contest by 4 votes. So Nyson Sibanda, knowing that I had the upper hand in the elections, he managed to trace me and he discovered 4 of my girlfriends from NUST and managed to even convince them to vote for him since I was cheating on them. That's how he won the election. So as I speak right now, I actually lost 5 things, not just the election. No, I lost the election in 4 relationships. This is proudly brought to you by lancymatange, Takachila, and the snitching Gambino.